This video is supported in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. If you enjoy the never-ending story and Masters of the Universe, this new novel coming fall 2022 is right up your alley. So here I am the other day wandering down the toy aisle of my local Walmart when I went across this thing. The Rubik's Phantom says right on it, touch, reveal, and solve. And since it was a Rubik's Cube I had never seen, it was only 15 bucks, I figured, why not? I'll take a shot on it. But I'll tell you, I haven't even opened it yet, and already I have some concerns. Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for the click. I genuinely hope you are doing well. It's hard for me to pass up on a cool new puzzle toy that I've not seen before, and this one taunts it as something interesting. From what I can gather looking at the box, I can only assume it employs space-age mood ring technology by hiding the colors until you touch them with your warm finger and reveals the color, and then it hides, and you've got to solve the cube without being able to see the colors all the time. What could be wrong with that? Well, good question. The thing that first concerns me, and probably most concerns me, is that's the selling point of this cube, and yet you can't see the touch-sensitive stuff. They hide that. Look, we know what a cube is like. If you're going to have something cool and different about a cube like this, you would think you would highlight the cool new feature to make it touchable and tryable right there in the store. Why not? Well, maybe it's not quite up to snuff. That worries me. But as you've already noticed, that worry was not enough to stop me from dropping 15 bones on a totally unknown commodity just to find out whether or not it's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this thing out of the box, and we'll find out together whether or not my fears were unfounded. Oh, and there it is. All right, well, hey, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it does look black, like you can barely see the colors, but you can kind of see them, I think. At a quick glance, it does appear to be a uniformly colored all-black Rubik's Cube, but look, you can kind of see the colors a little bit. Here, I'll touch one and see in about 3 or 4 seconds. Oh, and it's immediately clear. Oh, look where my finger is. You know, the more I touch it, I can't imagine it ever being not the right color for very long. I mean, just the nature of me holding it means that, look, I can see it. And now that it's out in the open, maybe if I don't touch it for a minute, yeah, it slowly starts to, the color fades away a little bit. But even then, you can kind of tell, like, that's yellow, and you can kind of tell that that's green pretty clearly, actually. You can tell that that's white and orange and maybe the muddy red. You can't quite tell, but it doesn't look to be that difficult? I don't know. I mean, let's scramble it up right quick and find out. And you can see as I'm scrambling it, like the very act of touching it to scramble it has made it look not so much like a Phantom Cube and more like a Rubik's Cube that fell in the mud, or you forgot to clean, or something with grimy fingers. And if you're ever not sure, 1, 2, 3, that doesn't do much. I mean, I guess it's going to turn back into black if I don't hurry. All right, so I've got it pretty well scrambled. Let me see how long it takes for me to solve it and whether or not I notice it being any more or less difficult. Yeah, all right, here we go. So I got the top layer done, and it wasn't too challenging because just the act of me having my fingers on it has meant that it's stayed pretty clear and colorful, as you can see. All right, let's keep going. Okay, look, I mean, 2 layers done. The only thing that looks muddy at all is the top middle that I haven't touched. I mean, otherwise, standard cube. And I gotta say, kind of rickety like a standard Rubik's. They don't build up the same caliber of a lot of the third parties. All right, last layer, let's knock it out. And that's it. Look, I mean, by and large, it's kind of just a regular cube. I mean, the middle is kind of muddy there and the bottom, but yeah, I mean, let's let it sit a second and see how long it takes to turn back to black. Well, I mean, I guess it's turned back to as black as it's gonna get at this temperature maybe. Look, I brought in an ice pack, so maybe if I put it on an ice pack, let's see if at least one side turns pitch black, because as it stands, the darkness it has is not really an impediment to solving the cube. Yeah, okay, I left it on here for just a minute. Let's see. Yeah, not that much darker, really. It's cold, but not that much darker. All right. I mean, it's something. It's not going to rock your world if you're into Rubik's Cubes big, but it's got a novelty to it. Look, it's using the mood ring kind of temperature change technology, but it isn't enough to really change how you solve the cube. I mean, because if you're holding it, you're making it warm. If you're making it warm, you can see the colors. You can see the colors. It's easy to solve, just like it is to solve a regular cube, assuming you know how to do that. I mean, maybe if you threw it in the refrigerator or the freezer for a few minutes, maybe it would get pitch black, but as soon as you pick it up and touch it, you're going to be right back to having what looks like a muddy Rubik's Cube, like I have here. Look, if it's something for you, of course, I'll put a link down in the description. Only 15 bucks. I'm sure I will keep it just because it's a novelty and something I didn't have, but it doesn't fundamentally change the experience of playing with or solving the cube. It's just kind of a novelty and really just looks like I dropped it in the dirt before I picked it up to start playing with it. Hey, if you enjoy puzzle cubes and Rubik's Cubes like I do, please consider checking out this video I did running down the top 5 puzzle cubes that I remember growing up as a Generation Xer. Hey, I really hope you found something to enjoy though in this video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.